Cancers, how are you guys doing? This is Patty. Welcome. So for those of you that are new, I'm Patty. I'm an empath. I'm an intuitive reader, and I also intuitive tarot reader, and then I also do intuitive readings that are actually without tarot. Do coaching, spiritual coaching, life coaching, and health coaching. So welcome. For those of you that are returning, thank you. I appreciate it. I enjoy doing this. So if you have questions at the end, please go ahead and ask them. I'm giving you guys that opportunity to ask a question. I won't do it in the beginning, but I will do it at the end, only because I want to keep the vibrations of the divine and whoever is coming through very respectful. All right, so let's get started, Cancers. This is actually for the week of 10 through the 16th of August. So for those of you that are brand new, I pull the week's energy card and vibration card. I ask the divine to help me go through that from my highest power, and that's where we should get all our decisions from. And whoever he sends, then we just go through the flow, whoever he sends through. Could be ancestors, guardian angels, could be, my mother, for all I know. All right, so let's go. What is the vibrations and the energies for the week of August 10th through the 16th, please? Whoa. If you wanted those to come through, please pop them out again. Oh, that was me. Sorry about that. It's been a long day, let me tell ya. So, all right. Is there anything else for the vibrations for the week of the 10th through the 16th? If you could please share that with me. I was messed up and actually let those cards should have stayed. All right, so we have the moonlight out so far of what the energies are. And the moonlight is actually double guessing your, intuition. This is a time not to double guess your intuition, basically, is what the moonlight is saying. Sometimes we want to double guess. It's like, was that really what I was thinking? Or it really did, but our intuition is actually spot on. So it's a fight or flight kind of thing. It's actually a protection device. It is our honing device, our antennas, in that sense. So if there's anything else that you would like me to bring out, please do so now. Oops, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn my phone on vibrate. Sorry about that. So it doesn't look like anything there. So this is all about answering your calling, your goals, your dreams, and everything, not double guessing on your intuition. That's a big one. A lot of people poo-poo it. A lot of people, it's just coincidence. A lot of people say, nah, I think that's a bunch of hooey. Until something happens, they're like, wow, that's interesting. That's a coincidence. No, it wasn't. It was all set. It was all met. It was all set up for you. Didn't you know? The divine knew you were going to screw up and go this way, so he threw you this way. I'm just joking. The divine can be really funny, though. Trust me. All right, so we have the Nine of Swords out already. So the Nine of Swords is actually a time where somebody is double guessing their intuition. Stop that. So what that means is they're losing sleep. Maybe they're having night terrors. Maybe they're just depressed. Maybe they just can't get something out of their head. That's the problem, is you got it in your head. You need to listen to your spirit so you can release it. Whatever it is, you got to release it. So if you release it, then you can give it to the universe. You can give it to divine, whoever. Let them, because it's a spiritual thing. It's a war. A lot of people don't realize this, that even all that's going on with the protests and everything, it has nothing to do with the human race. It has to do with the powers of be. So, okay, so somebody is, somebody might not be too honest with someone, so they're trying to get away with something. So, somebody's trying to get away with something at work. And it's really just messing up a person as far as, and I don't think it's a promotion thing. It's just their energies at work. They're really messing up, or they're turning somebody against them, or they're not being, could be even in school. Maybe they're like, oh, well, she just doesn't work very hard and I do everything. you know, one of those, and it's like trying to get her or him in trouble in the boss's eyes or whoever's eyes. So somebody's being a little dirty. They need to go take a bath. Sorry, I don't know what's gotten into you today, let me tell you. So this is not a nice person. Yeah. So we have the star card where we actually want to get some balance, some spiritual balance in there. Some, we got a little bit of half in the earth, half in the, sort of like the temperance card, half in, half out kind of thing. We really need to be all in. Fight for yourself. Whoever this is, fight for yourself, fight for your standards, fight for your ethics, pretty much. Don't double guess it. This is not a time to double guess. Yeah. Again, you know, this dude, whoever this is, thinks they're getting away with something, thinks that they're, you know, going to be really snide and cool, but that's actually leaving you a little bit depressed and a little bit frustrated. Yeah. Or if this is you, that maybe something happened that you did not actually go with your intuition and it has caused some pain, some frustration. You can correct it. Don't be ashamed. We all go through lessons. We all go through learning. We all go through that. You know, somebody's got this beautiful, I don't even like to talk about this, but this is what's being told to me to share, is somebody's got this beautiful outside that looks really nice and, you know, pleasant and everything, but really deep inside they're a little evil and cunning and not very honest and sort of stab in the back kind of thing. And yeah, don't trust them kind of thing. I'll leave you behind. Oh yeah, that's not a cool feeling. So if that is you, which I don't feel that energy at all, somebody is that way. Somebody around you is that way. Just really be mindful. Don't go by looks. Please do not go by looks, especially if you're dating. Stop looking for those. If you're a woman, 6'4", green eyes, big, muscular, you know, I've been around that. Was in bodybuilding so long, been around all those kind of guys. It isn't what it seems at all. So, yeah. So somebody's got somebody turned upside down because they didn't follow their intuition. So for this week, this next coming week, 10 through the 16th, really need to hone in on your intuition. Whatever it comes up your way, whatever is thrown your way, step back, analyze, and listen to that intuition. Women have such strong intuition more than men, and it drives men crazy, right? Yeah. So we have the sun, playful energy, playful, very innocent energy, something, a new beginning, something new, playful, light. So just know that whatever your intuition is telling you, you should be going to the playful light side. Yeah, and the honest side. Swords are all about truth and lies and deceit and all that kind of stuff. Double-edged sword, you know, one side's good, one side's bad, one side's happy, one side's sad, you know, one of those kind of things. Yin and yang kind of thing. But the swords are always seeking truth. They're always seeking truth. All right. What is it? I'd like to have a little more clarification on what is it that they're not having this double or this intuition about. Can you give that to me, please? I'm looking for the clarification on what they're not listening to their intuition about, please. Interesting. Okay. All right. All right. Oh my gosh. You're not listening for your intuition of the truth. So you really have to look at the truth. You really have to, you know, part of you is saying that you want the truth, but then then the words out of your mouth or the way you're sharing is actually you don't want the truth. Does that make sense? Some of us say, well, I just want you to tell me the truth. But if they actually tell you the truth, then you're like, well, that was mean. They're being honest and truthful. Be careful what you ask for. Like I tell people, if they ask a question here at the end, you know, if you want to ask a question, wow, that was interesting. Maybe I'm supposed to be putting this out. I just stopped this. Tower. I didn't know if I should pull that on the bottom. I'm going to put it here because maybe life is changing for somebody. And that's possibly it. That's maybe what the divine is talking about. Maybe you say you want to know the truth, but if they do tell you the truth, then you get all hurt and offended. Because in all reality, we got truth here. All right. So, and something might be turning your world upside down, which it does look like it, only because you're losing sleep. You're a mess. Or somebody's a mess, whoever this is resonating with. And you know what? It's sort of like, if you've, I'm going to say this because I know this from coaching. I know this from people that have been around, is that if you lie a lot and you know you lie a lot, it's okay to sit there and confide in somebody and say, you know what? I've been just lying like no tomorrow. Okay. If you have somebody you trust them that they will be there even after that. You need to get that out. That is walking in the truth. That is what the queen is searching for. That is what the solution to the problem is that if you continue, or whoever this is, to continue to lie or manipulate or victim party, pity party, that kind of stuff, then if that's not the truth, that is not walking in the truth. Say what you mean, say it straight out. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. That's what's bringing your world tumbling down, or somebody's world tumbling down. I don't know who this is for, but you double guess your intuition, or you're confusing other people's intuition to trust in you and believe in you. Okay, my intuition is I can believe in you, and then you throw them a loop like, hey, I've been lying the whole time. Yeah. You really have to be careful with that. And, you know, shameful, you don't need to be shameful. We all make mistakes. We all learn. We all grow. I used to be so manipulative and such a liar. And you know why? Because I grew up being physically abused, emotionally abused, verbally abused. And I had to do those things in order to show love or get love or think that's the way I could be loved. And until I learned how to grow myself and break my chains, I don't do that no more. I walk in truth. And it took years for me to do that, you know. It took me a lot of years to do that. Yeah, literally. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it does take work. It does take work to work on yourself, your intuition. It does take that balance, and it's going to happen. It is going to happen. We've got the star card there. We know it's going to happen. We know everything is going to come out. We also have got the sun card. Oh, I'm holding too many cards. So we've got the sun card. We've got the star card, and actually those actually should go together, because see, we've got a pattern here. We've got a pattern that it goes from lie to happy, to lie to happy. Not even lying, just not being honest. Let's put it this way. You're just sort of hiding things. That's what I mean by, so a lot of people have secrets they don't want to talk about. A lot of that happens in dating. You don't want somebody to really truly know your past, really don't want you to know what really happened to me. I'll tell you when I feel safe, when I feel I can trust you. And that's what happens. And then look what card fell out again. Again. Okay, so there is a change. Change is going to happen. So when you change, you got to make sure you listen to your intuition. When you begin to tell something that isn't true, or you're trying to hide something, or you're trying to keep things like, that's private, kind of thing. But your intuition is saying, say it, tell them. That is what the divine talks about. Tell them the truth. And you know what? Just like some people I know, they're worry. What do they think? What are they going to think? What are they going to think? Then they turn around and tell them, it's like, oh, wow, really? I would have thought you thought totally different. We conjure these things up in our head so much. So, yeah, and so also too, from you thinking carrying the burden all the time by yourself, you're not. Somebody there is going to be there to support you. And then you sit back and you look at your work and you're like, oh, wow, that wasn't as hard as I thought. And that makes you want to keep going and keep going and keep going in a very positive manner, in a very spiritual manner, in a very listening to your intuition manner, to a very playful. So then now your chains are breaking and you feel all free. Oh, it is such an awesome feeling. Been there, done that. I loved it. I still get giddy and funny and crazy. My daughter's like, what happened to you? But yeah. So, all right. Does that make sense? That's a lot for this week. It really is, because working on oneself, working on growing oneself, or if this is not you, you could be helping somebody else get out of this pattern of actually not being honest, this pattern of not being, because trust me, the person that is not trusting their intuition, this person that is actually going through a change, a major change, something is happening in their life that this has to stop. When I worked I've worked in so many different kinds of jobs, but my brother was at 5 days short of his first year of recovery when he was murdered, and I worked in chemical dependency. This was their rock. This was their changing of their life, changing of the world. So if it's addiction, it is a changing. It is a phenomenal growing process, a daily process. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be an addiction to something that is physical to us, like drugs or alcohol. It could be physical, to sex or food, addiction to food. And it could even be an addiction to sugar, some simple things like that. So listening to your intuition to get away from those bad habits, whatever that is, so you can grow towards more fun and more things. I don't know who this is for, but there has to be a change, because whatever you're doing or what is happening in your life, it's not working. It's like that insanity thing that it says you keep doing the same thing over and over but expect different results. That's insanity. So it's time for change, because you're losing too much sleep. And this isn't healthy. This isn't healthy. This isn't healthy. And the 9 is almost the end of something. So let it go. If it's at the end, let it go and start thinking a positive, healthy kind of lifestyle. Does that make sense? All right, Divine, is there anything else more that you would like for me to share with Cancer? Ooh, this has been a hard one. Ugh. I know somebody who's a Cancer, and wow, this just resonates big time for them. It really, really does. Is there anything else, Divine, that, or anybody on that's passed on or on the other side that would like to share anything with Cancer at this time? I'd appreciate it before I close. Okay, doesn't look like it. All right, so I'm going to do a recap real quick for you guys, Cancer, so that you can see the cards. I love for you to have the energy. So if you're out there and you want to ask a question, now's the time to type it in. Otherwise, we'll just recap and call it a night. So here we go. So here's the recap. not very many cards, but very powerful cards. So tonight, the Moonlight, we're talking about the, sorry, my computer's right there. So we're talking about the, crap. I just lost my thought, a train of thought. Somebody came through. We're looking at the doubting of your intuition. Okay. And again, this could be night terrors. This could be losing sleep. This could just be, what do you call that? Sleep insomnia, that kind of thing. It's just not healthy. You're thinking too much. Stop thinking so much. Let it go and let the divine take care of it. Let the divine do it. Trust in your intuition, because this guy's facing you, definitely facing you and causing you a lot of problems. Whatever this deceitfulness, trying to get away with something, that's making you lose all that sleep. And right in the center of everything is the star, which is spirit and balance and what you want to be shooting for. Again, you know, it's sort of like this roller coaster going. You're on this roller coaster, and then there's some shame and shyness in it. Don't be. We all go through mistakes and things like that. Then we've got the sun, so you're back up again. But this is an offering. This I believe these two go together. So there's truth. When you get this truth and you get this offering together, you are actually going to be free. You're going to be free because you are going to be like starting over fresh. It's like, you know, it's like 1,000,000 pounds have been lifted off on you when you get to this. But again, when we got double towers, that's just verifying that you are being rocked royally to change. And you will find that through that hard work, actually these were this way, through this hard work, you're thinking you're carrying the burden alone, you're not, but through all that, you're going to be able to sit back and you're going to be able to look at all the hard work that you did and actually reap the rewards of the freedom feeling of just woohoo kind of thing. So Cancer, that is your reading for August 10th to the 16th. If you please would like, share, subscribe, or send somebody my way, or bring a friend, or phone a friend, or whatever. I would love that. And I hope that you come again and see us on the, or see me, us, I say us, me, myself, and I, on the 17th. And I hope this wasn't too crazy for you. This is who I am. I'm an empath. That's just who I am. You guys have a great, great week, and we will talk to you soon. All right.